Our exhortation this morning comes from Proverbs 19:11. Good sense makes one slow to anger, and it is his glory to overlook an offense. Now, this word translated in the ESV as good sense is also the word for understanding or wisdom. And being slow to anger is the same thing as patience. So another way to translate this verse, and you won't hear me say this often, but the NIV does a great job here. A person's wisdom yields patience, and it is to one's glory to overlook an offense. We just witnessed this morning in Solomon's baptism the giving of God's gifts of wisdom and patience. Now, of course, it will be a number of years before Solomon begins to exhibit these gifts in his life. And part of the vows that his parents made and that you made is to help him cultivate these gifts as he grows up. But of course, these gifts are not cultivated perfectly. And there are many reasons for this, not least of which, because we're sinners. Like Paul, we do not do what we want to do, but we do the very thing we hate. We give in to our fleshly desires. We do not lay our lives down for others, but we seek our own pleasures and comforts. We are not slow to anger, but we are quick to accuse others and to complain of offenses done to us. But as I stated in the baptism meditation, the gift we receive from Christ are His wisdom and patience. So as Christians, we have these gifts at our disposal. We can use them. Of course, it's not as simple as reaching into your pocket and pulling them out. We have to cultivate them. We have to pursue wisdom and practice patience over and over and over. And when we fail, we repent and we keep at it. But our passage here also shows us that one of these virtues leads to the other one. Wisdom yields patience. And here's how this works. Wisdom happens when you obey Jesus. You obey your parents. You obey those in authority over you. You heed the wisdom of those who are wise. If a godly, wise man or woman tells you that this thing that you're doing is not good for you, then you stop. You don't act like you know better. You don't ignore them. You listen. You grow in wisdom by heeding the wisdom of those whom God has given you for your benefit. And when you do that over and over in humility and repenting when you fail, then you learn to be patient. You learn how to be slow to anger. You learn how to overlook offense, to lay your life down, to put others before yourself. And then when you do that, then you are imitating Jesus. You have cultivated the gifts of wisdom and patience that were given to you at your baptism, and you are exhibiting Christ-like behavior. And this is Christ-like behavior because this is exactly what Christ does for you. He overlooks your offense. He is patient with His beloved children. He is long-suffering with us. And our pursuit of this wisdom and patience is the fruit of our union with Christ. In other words, if you are not pursuing these things, if you are not honoring your parents, if you are not loving others, if you are not overlooking offenses, then you will not receive the glory or the salvation that comes with that obedience. Let's continue to prepare our hearts for confession by singing hymn number 598.